Alright, so hello everyone, BoaSS35 here, and today I'm going to be talking about the 5 most common hacks you're probably going to see on the Hive because the anti-cheat sucks, the mods don't want to do anything about it, and the overall system is just bad, especially if you want to get that hacker out of your game right then and there. So that's what this video is going to be about. I'm going to be giving you a few strategies, tips, and tricks on the most common hacks, and if you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment down below because it helps me out in the YouTube algorithm. Anyways, first hack up to the chopping block is the humble Autoclicker. Autoclickers are programs that do not require an actual client to be used and automatically click for the user. This can be useful for stuff like fishing in survival mode, grinding as well, but most of the time in the Hive, people use it to combo and clutch and make themselves feel good even though they have zero talent. Now, the best strategy to defeat an autoclicker mainly depends on what they're using that autoclicker for. If they're using their autoclicker for comboing, the best strategy to use against them is knockback abuse, aka the art form of channeling your inner deranged Candyman and bullying tiny children with piles of snow and radioactive fish. You may also know it by this sound effect. Now, I can already hear you asking, what if they aren't using their autoclicker for comboing? What if they're using it for clutching? Well, there are two strategies for this. The first one is you just go and bone rush them. You absolutely whale them with better gear, better swords, and that will usually work most of the time because they aren't using an autoclicker to combat you. They're just using it to clutch. There is also a second strategy where you use the most broken item in the game, the knockback Nemo, and just hit them a few times, and that will usually send them off the map. The reason I'm suggesting that instead of other knockback abuse methods is because the knockback Nemo cannot be clutched against using just block placement. You can use ender pearls to get out of it, but just using blocks really does not work. This is because the knockback Nemo gives downwards knockback. Now, hack number 2 up to the chopping block, and yes, I'm going to keep on calling it the chopping block, is reach. Now, there really isn't that much to say about reach. Reach is a hack that allows the user to hit their opponents from farther away, and it's mostly used by closet cheaters on very low settings to give other people the impression that they are an absolute god at the game and absolutely do not suck in any way, shape, or form. It is also most commonly paired with autoclickers. Now, the best strategy to deal with a person that is reaching is to either trap them using a spleef trap, preferably the block switch trap, because, yeah, that's fun, and also Alright, next up to the chopping block is KillAura, also the first very blatant hack of this list. Alright, so KillAura is a hack that is basically a bubble around the user that if anybody gets too close, it automatically starts attacking for the user and turning their opponents into shish kebab. Now, the strategies to defeat KillAura are pretty simple. You can either or you can get somebody else in the game to help you. Now, there's actually a big difference between this and this. Those mainly being, in the second example, you eventually backstab your teammate, and therefore it is not teaming because I backstabbed him. Alright, so second to last hack up to the chopping block, we have anti-KB, also known as anti... Now, there really isn't that much to explain about anti-knockback. I mean, it's literally in the name. It makes you not take knockback. There are certain variations where you can take less knockback than you normally would. However, that's not really interesting enough to warrant its own little section. Now, the best strategy to use against anti-knockback is not, in fact, knockback abusing, because that will absolutely end badly for you. Why would you use a Nemo? Instead is getting another person in the game, teammate, other person, and getting them all to just group up on that one hacker and absolutely demolish them. Again, it's not teaming if you backstab your teammate. Now, for the last hack up to the chopping block, except it's not really up to the chopping block because I've never managed to kill anybody that's using this. Invincibility. Now, Invincibility is a rather weird hack as it only works on Hive Skywars and it only works on the Hive because it exploits a game mechanic in Hive and in Hive Skywars. What it is it's a aura for redstone. I know it sounds bad when I say it that way, but let me put it this way. Whenever the user gets low on health or in the vicinity of redstone, they will automatically break it with insta-break, which is another hack I'll go over if I ever decide to make a part 2 to this, which I probably won't. And it will instantly heal the user back up to pretty much full health. Now, it might seem impossible to kill somebody that is using invincibility. However, there is one solution. Well, technically two. First solution is get them kicked by the anti-cheat. This is very difficult to do as it will require them to fly over the map a lot. However, if you manage to get them kicked by the anti-cheat, they'll be out of your game. The second strategy, if that is not working, is to actually skybase, but not skybase, as that will get you banned. Instead, build a small platform about regular level and simply just get on it, make it about 2 blocks thick so you don't get spleefed by insta-break. And poof, they're away from their redstone if they want to kill you. And if they do attempt to kill you, from there you can just attempt to kill them. It usually works, and I've actually managed to get a hacker down to about, I think, 2.5 or 3.5 hearts using this strategy. It usually will not work in the end. However, it's a good idea to attempt it if you really want to attempt to kill this. Oh boy, I cannot say that I have enjoyed recording this video. I honestly can't. It's been taking me 3 weeks to get it done. I've had to cut multiple things just to make it decently bearable. But hey, if you've watched till the end, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe for all this pain and suffering that I made myself go through so that way I could appease YouTube audience peoples. Anyways, this has been BoAssassin35, signing off. Have a good rest of your day.